Welcome to this week's Jackson County Board of Commissioners meeting. This meeting is held in the Jackson County Courthouse Auditorium at 10 South Oakdale in Medford. This meeting is held every Wednesday morning at 9:30, as long as a quorum of 2 commissioners is available to conduct the business of Jackson County. Your Jackson County Commissioners broadcast this meeting over Rogue Valley Television, and it's available for streaming and review at jacksoncountyor.gov. Under the Government tab, under Recorded Meetings, click on RVTV Live Streaming. The types of business that occur at this meeting include public hearings, official voting on actions by the Board of Commissioners, presentations by departments of the county, and recognition of service that makes our county great. Agendas of the meetings are posted on the Commissioners' Bulletin Board and released on the county's website and through local media in the time required for public notice. Many of the conclusions on the business presented to the Board of Commissioners have been discussed in detail and prepared by the administrative office and staff prior to consideration at this meeting and the official vote. These prior discussions also have been properly noticed and the work done in a transparent manner. We encourage you to come and experience the process by attending any of these meetings or watch online at jacksoncountyor.gov. And now, your Jackson County Commissioners, Randy Sparacino, Rick Dyer, and Colleen Roberts, working for you.
Well, good morning, everyone. It's a little after 9:30, so we will call the Board of Commissioners regular meeting for June 17th, 2026 to order. We are here in the Courthouse Auditorium and on audio-video conference. I'm going to start today's meeting with the Pledge of Allegiance, so if you please stand. Pledge allegiance to the flag
of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. All right, moving to our request for and discussion of non-agenda items. We do have a 5-minute limit pursuant to the codified ordinances of Jackson County, section 213.06. Members of the public may address any item not on the agenda. However, pursuant to ORS 192.640, the Board of Commissioners is prohibited from discussing a principal subject that is not on the agenda. Therefore, the Board of Commissioners will listen to your concerns and may consider the matter you raised by asking staff to follow up on any questions or by placing the matter on the agenda for discussion at a future meeting. We do have one individual signed up today. Mary Wallace, you want to come up, give your name and address for the record? You have your 5 minutes.
Hi, that's formerly Mary Wallace. I did have a legal name change. It's VOXX Fox. 583 Snowy Butte Lane, Central Point, Oregon. If one has to pay for a chance to access justice, is that just? No, it's not. And because the Bar Association has determined that only Bar Association licensed attorneys are qualified to practice law, pro se parties cannot practice law on their behalf, so they have no legal representation. So the favor of the court is peddled to he who can afford the most money to spend on the best lawyer for the most amount of billable hours. And this acts as a barrier to justice where money, or sometimes even fame, determines whether or not you get a shot at justice. This allows the Sherman Act violating Bar Association to maintain a monopoly on practicing law, and it puts justice out of reach of the regular citizen. Here in the county of Jackson, with approximately 230,000 citizens, there are exactly 5 free legal aid lawyers available for family matters. 5. So when mothers like me have the shit beat out of them by their husbands in drug-induced psychosis and chased to hotels with their children in fear for our lives, and Oregon does not enforce the law, and they don't. This has been the long-standing practice in the state of Oregon since the 1993 crime bill was passed. Everyone sees that high crime rate is like a mark of shame, so they just sweep it under the rug, and the bottom line is our archaic leviathan of a legal system cannot operate at the scope and scale that crimes are committed. So DAs do not charge, and when people go before the judge here in the state of Oregon, the perpetrator is favored more than the victim. Oregon is the second most dangerous state for women. 27% of our women have been raped, 56.6% of our women have been sexually violated other than rape, and 1 out of 3 women have been victimized by domestic abuse. There are no resources in place for us whatsoever, and the cops don't enforce the law. Because of a crisis shortage of public defenders here in the state of Oregon, if a public defender is not assigned to an arrestee within 90 days, felony charges are dropped. The last time I checked, it was more than a year to get a public defender. That means in the state of Oregon, in the county of Jackson, child molesters, rapists, violent thugs, drug dealers are allowed to commit these crimes with impunity. And then when mothers seek help, they're denied free legal representation. I am steamrolled in family court here in the county of Jackson by my husband's well-paid legal team, funded by his mega millionaire mother, while Judge Bloom denies me even my right to an ex parte hearing that's supposed to be an immediate danger hearing where the other party is not involved, and he allows the other party in there with his lawyer. When I bring in videos showing that my husband left unsecured handguns and drugs in my child's room, and Judge Bloom is like, pshaw. And when Judge Bloom allows a man who is caught on video strangling a toddler in a drunken rage to have access to another woman's newborn, this is not justice. Senate Bill 710 was passed last fall that requires the Oregon Supreme Justice to come up with some kind of education system to ensure that family court judges learn it's not okay to re-abuse battered moms and their children. This is because our family court judges in Oregon are so notorious for partnering in bias against mothers, against women, that is a gender-based hate crime, by the way, and favoring the male, the father, to expand his abuse of the mother. The only services in the county of Jackson for battered moms and victims of sex assaults is a temporary stay in a group home for 2 months. While the police do not enforce the law, I brought, oh my gosh, so many felony reports of my husband's crimes against me to the Jackson County District Attorney, including an audio recording of my husband admitting to sexually assaulting me in my hospital bed 2 hours after I gave birth while I was doped up on medically necessary fentanyl from vaginal surgery. Audio confession, along with my hospital records showing that I could not, under the Oregon law, give consent, because if your cognition is impaired, you cannot give consent. Besides, who foists a sex act on a woman 2 hours after giving birth? District Attorney declined to press charges. I have her on audio too, saying that she believes I was assaulted, but they're not just going to charge. So let me ask you, what happens to the moms that come into our district attorneys where their boyfriends or their husbands has sexually abused their children, and the district attorneys are just like, yeah, well, and the only place these women have to go are group home shelters? What are you going to do to protect the moms and the women of your community?
Okay, thank you. All right, we have no one else signed up. Anyone else wishing to speak today in the auditorium? Anyone online with their Zoom hand raised?
Mr. Chair, I do not have anyone on Zoom with their hand raised.
Okay, we will move on then in the consent calendar, which today consists of the minutes of meetings of the Board of Commissioners work session of May 26, 2026, the Board of Commissioners regular meeting of May 27th, 2026, and the Board of Commissioners staff meeting of May 28th, 2026.
I'll move to approve the consent calendar as read.
Second.
Commissioner Roberts?
Yes.
Commissioner Sparacino?
Yes.
Commissioner Dyer?
Yes. All right, moving on, we have a public hearing today, and it's a public hearing in order in the matter of establishing rates for landing fees for fiscal year 2026-2027 at the Rogue Valley International-Medford Airport. And this is order number 139-26. Mr. Jordan.
Mr. Chair, members of the board, thank you. In this case, as you know, Jackson County establishes landing fees on a residual basis. Rates for fiscal year 25-26 were $4.41 per 1,000 pounds of signatory aircraft and $5.73 per 1,000 pounds on non-signatory aircraft. Rates and charges are reviewed annually by an independent contractor who recommends rates for fiscal year, in this case 26-27, of $4.65 per 1,000 pounds on signatory aircraft and $6.05 per 1,000 pounds on non-signatory aircraft, except for aircraft providing wildfire support during fire season. Rates are calculated for the fiscal year 26-27 using total airfield expenses less airfield rents, resulting in an outstanding difference between expenses and rents. That difference is then divided into estimated landing weights to determine the amount paid by the air carriers. Landing fees are charged to all aircraft weighing 8,000 pounds or more that are not based at the Rogue Valley International-Medford Airport, and aircraft based at the airport are not charged landing fees. Aircraft officially providing support to wildland firefighter operations during the designated fire season will be charged $3.32 per 1,000 pounds. Pursuant to Oregon Revised Statute 294-160, the Board of Commissioners will hold this public hearing today on June 17, 2026, to provide an opportunity for interested persons to comment on the rate increase. It's recommended the public hearing be held, and that following the public hearing, should the Board of Commissioners find the proposed rates for landing fees are acceptable, approval of the board order will implement that action, and the effective dates of the fees will be July 1st of 2026. Thank you.
Thank you. And Joel, are you ready to give us the rules? And
Ready, willing, and able.
please do.
The rules for the conduct of the public hearing are as follows. Only the chairperson or a member of the Board of County Commissioners may question the speaker. There'll be no interruption of the speaker from the audience and no debates on the floor. Applause is not permitted. The speaker may criticize the proposal, the board, or an agency of the county, but the speaker shall not argue with another speaker directly. Any speaker may present an opposite view, but not in personal terms. A person wishing to speak shall sign in or raise his or her hand or his or her Zoom hand and first be recognized by the chairperson conducting the hearing. After being recognized, the speaker shall state his or her name and address before proceeding with his or her statement. The chairperson may limit the duration of any presentation to the time necessary to cover factual information. No person shall violate any of such rules. Whoever violates any such rules shall first be warned by the chairperson to desist from such violation. In the event that the person does not so desist, he or she may be ordered by the chairperson to leave the hearing. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Thank you. And with that, we will open the public hearing. I have no one signed up. Anyone wishing to speak on this here public hearing? No? Anyone online with their Zoom hand raised?
Mr. Chair, I do not have anyone on Zoom with their hand raised.
All right, then we will close the public hearing, and I will take a motion.
I move approval of order number 139-26.
Second.
Commissioner Sparacino?
Yes.
Commissioner Roberts?
Yes.
Commissioner Dyer?
Yes. All right, moving on into discussion deliberation items. First item there is an order authorizing amendment number 1 to Jackson County Services contract dated August 26, 2025 with Lemon Research LLC. This is order number 140-26, and I'm not sure if that's a pronunciation or not.
Well, Mr. Chair, you'll find this amusing, but I did search this through AI and got a different pronunciation than the verbal pronunciation that the Director of Community Justice told me. So Lemon is correct.
Okay.
In this case, Jackson County's contract with Lemon Research to provide data analysis for our jail release resource program. The amendment here expands the scope of work to include a project to research, procure, and implement a case management software that will be utilized by multiple county departments and community partners. Funding for the amendment is provided through the state of Oregon by and through its Criminal Justice Commission and its Improving People's Access to Community-Based Treatment Supports and Services grant program. Current contract is not to exceed expense of $49,000 for the term of the contract, which is August 1st of 2025 through July 31st of 2026. Amendment number 1 will increase that expense by $315,000 to a total of $364,000. Will also extend the term of the contract from July 31st of 2026 to July 31st of 2027. This does therefore require authorization by the Board of Commissioners. The amendment's effective on execution. It's an additional expense of $315,000, funded, as I said, by the Criminal Justice Commission, and it is budgeted, and I do recommend your approval.
Great, thank you.
So I move to approve order 140-26.
Second?
Commissioner Roberts?
Yes.
Commissioner Sparacino?
Yes.
Commissioner Dyer?
Yes. Our next item is an order authorizing Amendment Number 1 to Jackson County Services contract dated August 29th, 2025 with CASA of Jackson County Incorporated, and this is order number 141-26.
Yeah, as the board is aware, Mr. Chair, members of the board, we previously contracted with CASA of Jackson County Incorporated to train volunteer workforce to understand the impact of opioid use and substance use disorders, prevention, intervention, harm reduction, treatment, and recovery for long-term well-being of children. The original contract's not to exceed amount of $65,000 for the term of the contract, which was July 1st of 2025 through June 30th of 2026. Amendment number 1 will just extend that term of the contract through December 31st of 2026. It does require authorization by the Board of Commissioners as the term will exceed 1 year. The amendment would be effective upon execution.
Thank you.
Move approval of order number 141-26.
I'll second.
Commissioner Sparacino?
Yes.
Commissioner Roberts?
Yes.
Commissioner Dyer?
Yes. All right, our next item is an order authorizing Jackson County Purchase Order Number 87253 with DLT Solutions LLC, and this is order number 142-26.
Mr. Chairman, as the board, DLT Solutions LLC is the billing agent for Oracle America Incorporated. They are the developer of our Enterprise One system, which is our accounting, payroll, and human resources program. This purchase order will provide technical support and software updates for E1. This is in order to ensure compliance with statutory requirements and changes. Purchase order will be utilized during fiscal year 26-27. It's expense of $172,908 to our IT department, and I do recommend approval.
And I will move to approve Order 142-26.
Second.
Commissioner Roberts?
Yes.
Commissioner Sparacino?
Yes.
Commissioner Dyer?
Yes. Okay, next item is an order authorizing a purchase order under Oregon State contract with Ennis Flint Incorporated, and this is order number 143-26.
And Mr. Chairman, as the board, in this case, the Roads and Parks Department will purchase paint in order to stripe on existing or newly paved roadways. In this case, purchase orders will be utilized, purchase road reflective glass beads during fiscal year 26-27. It's an expense by purchase order totaling not to exceed $560,700, and I do recommend your approval.
Move approval of order number 143-26.
I'll second and say we were glad we have it.
That's a lot of paint, $560,000.
Commissioner Sparacino?
Yes.
Commissioner Roberts?
Yes.
Commissioner Dyer?
Yes. Okay. Our last item on the agenda today is an order authorizing a purchase order under Oregon State contract with Potter's Industries, LLC, and this is order number 144-26.
Mr. Chairman, as the board, similar to the last item, this will also provide the purchase of glass beads to be used for reflectively striping on any newly paved roadways. The purchase order will be utilized also to purchase road reflective glass beads, once again for fiscal year 26-27, in this case not to exceed amount of $100,626, and I do recommend your approval.
Thank you.
And I'll move to approve Order 144-26.
Second.
Commissioner Roberts?
Yes.
Commissioner Sparacino?
Yes.
Commissioner Dyer?
Yes, thank you, and that does conclude our business, so we're adjourned.
We hope that you've enjoyed this week's Jackson County Board of Commissioners meeting. If you have any questions on any part of the show, please feel free to contact your Jackson County Commissioners or staff. You can find their contact information at jacksoncountyor.gov. To review the content of this or any other meeting, under the Government tab, under Recorded Meetings, click on RVTV Live Streaming.